December 6th, 2011. I've recently been staying with my friend Chris for the holidays, since I really don't feel like staying by myself. Until now. Throughout my stay, he would always be telling stories of being a hoodlum, and we had a good laugh for all the naughty things he's been through. Rumbles, jumping civilians, that kind of stuff. The thing is, about 2 days ago, he started acting a bit troubled. He would shudder at the sight of me, and it was getting worse, until it got to the breaking point. Yesterday I was watching my footage from Kansas on my camera, trying to make something of it. At that part, where the footage distorts after seeing the hooded man, Chris walked in on it. He heard the distortion from the audio, then ran out of the room crying. He woke me up in the morning that night, with some candles set around my room. He said that the power went out, but I was puzzled. Why he would notice at 3 a.m. He was breathing heavily, like he just ran from something. Then, he told me he needed to have a serious conversation with me. I took my camera, him not knowing it was on. He began telling me a single story, which had an audio transcript of. I wanted to tell you something important before we have a conversation. I need you to hear me out. Back when I lived in, I heard stories coming from one of the outfits here. They claimed to brag over how they could beat anyone in a fight, rob a bank and not get caught, and other stupid exploits. But they told of one man who can beat them in everything they do. One of the gang members, who is now in a mental hospital, spoke to me. He told me that he talked to the man. The man called himself the Receiver. I wanted this man dead. I hated him. I told myself that a day would come when the Receiver would die. I turned on the news the next day. A man who robbed the store with no weapons, with just his hands. I couldn't get the footage out of my head. Those big-ass white guys. The ear-piercing sound. I heard this. Through your camera. I want you to show me in a few hours how to... I want you to show me in a few hours what you have of him. Thank you. December 8th, 2011. I can only make this brief, as I am on the run. I woke up in Chris's house to figure out he wasn't there. He was gone. I walked around a bit to try to find him, until I reached the bathroom. Blood everywhere. There was dried blood papers and various coupons scattered on the floor. Though one of them stood out. It was a small, chunky envelope. I picked it up and opened it. I screamed when I saw what was inside. A single sticky note that read a single sentence, written in a very heavy charcoal write. I see you. Don't look. I had my camera at the time, noticing it was acting up. I was done. Just when I was about to leave, I saw them. Those eyes that Chris mentioned. The glass window in the bathroom smashed as a hooded figure ran at me. I quickly managed to swing my camera to stun him, and he ran out of the house with a short time on my tail. There was also a flash drive sitting in the envelope. I will post my findings shortly. December 10th, 2011. I found some shocking evidence. I looked through the USB drive and found an audio file titled Chris.wave. It sounds like it matches to some of the video. It starts off with a deep rumble of someone driving. After about 30 seconds you can hear Chris talking to someone I don't know. I could assume it was in a car. Chris says, "Do you know where it is?" Then, with a voice that sounds like a young man, replies, "Yeah, it's over here." The rumbling goes on for about another minute, and Chris exclaims, "I see it!" The young man replies, "Gonna hit that son of a bitch." A loud sound is audible for 5 seconds, what sounds like something getting hit by a car. Car doors can be heard following lots of and audio distortion. Chris says, "He's stuck under my car. Restrain him before he gets up." Voice replies with a yell, "I'm moving!" The sound is then followed by camera distortion and static. Then it's cut to Chris's voice yelling, "Holy shit! It's... just stab me! Run!" Distortion starts fading from the soundtrack, until to a point where you can hear the other man screaming. The rest is just static. December 18th, 2011. I just received an email from what looks like Chris. I'm gonna put it up on the screen now. After what happened in this house, I don't believe it's some kind of joke, but at the same time, I don't quite know what it means. Hopefully, future encounters can lead to more findings. January 2nd, 2012. I haven't updated in a while, since I was on vacation in Mexico, but right when I came back I found something disturbing. Since I haven't checked my mail, it accumulated over time. I opened each package I received successfully, of course. One package really stood out. It was a simple gray envelope containing a flash drive with a silver marker on it. It read 23. When I checked the sent address, I discovered something. It was from my former hotel room, back in Kansas. Unknown date. The trip has been a long one. I can only go on foot. I'm pretty much broke, and some idiot wrecked my car. The only money I have has been used by cheap taxis that smell like rotten flesh and dipped cat perspiration. I'm almost to the room. I have indeed been contacting my friends. They may let me stay at their place, too, so I should spend as much time as I need. My phone died when I neared the hotel. It was just buzzing. When I visited the nearest phone store, the email had no text, but a single picture file. It was distorted. It was an image of some battery. I'm going back to the room soon, see if I can confront anyone there. June 14th, 2012. Sorry for the lack of updates. Things have been going on lately. I'll continue to update soon.